Yeah, patience. Okay? This is one of the most important teachings that a man has to learn if he wants to be with a woman.
Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube?
Then you need
Okay, where's
to
the Rubik's
listen
Cube?
and to wait.
Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube?
Cassandra with 1,000 faces.
Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube?
Yeah, patience.
Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube?
This is one of the most important
Okay, where's
teachings
the Rubik's Cube?
that a man has to
Okay,
learn
where's the Rubik's Cube?
if he wants to be with a woman.
Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube?
Then you
Okay, where's the
need
Rubik's Cube?
to listen
Okay,
and
where's
to
the
wait.
Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's
Cassandra with 1,000
Okay, where's the
faces.
Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube?
Yeah,
where's the
patience.
Rubik's Cube?
Okay? This is
Okay,
one of the
where's the
most
Rubik's
important
Cube?
teachings
Okay,
that
where's
a
the
man
Rubik's
has to
Cube?
learn if he wants to be with a woman.
Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's
Then
Cube?
you need
Okay,
to
where's the
listen
Rubik's Cube?
and to wait.
Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube?
Cassandra
Okay, where's the
with
Rubik's
1,000
Cube?
faces.
Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube?
Yeah, patience.
Okay, where's the
Okay?
Rubik's
This is one of the most important teachings
Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube?
that a man has to learn
Okay, where's the Rubik's
if
Cube?
he wants to be with a woman.
Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube?
Then you
Okay,
need
where's the Rubik's Cube?
to listen and
Okay,
to
where's the
wait.
Rubik's Cube?
Cassandra with 1,000 faces. Hey, out of nowhere, he just appeared. So that's what they're going to say. Apparently, because people were unaware that there's people who have realizations all the time. Okay, where's the Rubik's Cube? Yeah, patience. Okay? This is one of the most important teachings that a man has to learn if he wants to be with a woman. Of course, there's no need, but there may be a woman that wants to be with you. And then you have to ask yourself, do you want to give it to her? Well, it really depends, right? I mean, really depends. I still feel like I have chosen. I'm really smart. So I know how women are, right? Some women, they will just leave you and then see, because they'll know, right? I mean, there's Cassandra with 1,000 faces, right? She'll have an insight and she'll say, this man, I saw my husband. You know, I saw this man, I knew he was my husband. If you talk to people, they all say that it isn't true and all that kind of stuff. But I know now that all women do voodoo. All women do voodoo, my friends. And if you learn this, it will scare you. So you have to hone your mind, or people will screw it up. You have to hone your mind, and that takes a lot of patience, my friend. You want to learn how to do this on your own. This is the teaching, right? So you go onto the homepage and you practice the steps. This is self-directed, self-guided learning by using the information that is available to you. And so sometimes I do things and then I build it up, just like this video, right? Because sometimes if you want something from someone else, then you need to listen and to wait. And that sometimes may take a very long time. I'm really starting to show an interest. Just give me a second, please. Okay. That was just a really nice bird sitting on top of that thing. That tree. Just give me a second. I'm not gonna... Damn it. Okay, I'm really impatient. I get it now. I'm really impatient. Right, I can't even wait for this bird to look in the direction that I wanted it to look at. So, I mean, that's the Rubik's Cube, right? I have already recorded stuff about it. So I use my mind to look at the pieces because it's all scrambled up. So I have to figure out also who are the people in my life. What are the habits? You know, sometimes you pick maybe habits up from other people's cubes. You want your cube to be a complete set. So sometimes you have to look and then you have to see where it fits. And to me, what I'm saying here sometimes is kind of meaningless because I think, why don't you just look at it yourself? Right? This to me makes sense because I want to understand. I don't do this to appear smart. I do this because it makes sense to learn how to solve puzzles. And this is the easiest puzzle that you can take anywhere and then just keep honing your mind because it's also an exercise to remember. So you first learn the steps and then you can do it. And the first time you solve it, it's going to be a breakthrough. So I use the official instruction manual. I used the algorithms, and I still use them, that I received from the website. I am, as of yet, uncertain whether I should introduce another set of algorithms so I can draw from more algorithms than the ones, because now I know one path through and it works. So I don't always have to fiddle around. And at the same time, of course, I'm talking about habits here, which you may pick up if you learn to listen. Because what I'm saying here can be projected onto anything. I have said this before. You hear people talk about washing machines, and what comes into your ear sounds like your relationship problems, but they're talking about washing machines on the surface, but on a deeper level they may be talking about your relationship problems. They just project it onto washing machines, because if they talk about your relationship problems, then you'd probably pick up on it and run away. So just listen. Some people may be more conscious than you think, but why should they tell you if they don't see like, I think you could do it? So it's really weird. Sometimes you have to sneak stuff in, but I seem to be simply, if I look at my life, I still feel like I'm the most conscious guy I know. That's just a fact, right? Because some people are kind of stuck. So this is the method that also deals with, you know, scrambling up and putting it back together. If you solve a puzzle once, you know, then you can keep it that way, or you scramble it up and solve it again. Now, this is just a puzzle, and solving it is the goal. But you solve it because you want to get better at solving things. And there's no point in trying to get other people interested in solving this. You should want to solve it. So what is my Rubik's Cube may be your chessboard. I lost interest in chess because I hated how competitive people are. I learned the basic idea of chess, and for now it is enough for me to know that it's technically possible to play it. But if you want to play chess with people that live in this kind of world, they first have to learn respect. Otherwise, chess is just annoying. You don't play chess just to win. You play chess to play chess, and you live life to live life. You don't have to be the best at it. You just have to figure out what works for you. And that's my way of doing this. If I can learn to do this at the same time while recording this, then I know that if I'm together with people in a conversation, that I can pick up on what's going on also behind the scenes, and at the same time, right, I can try to maybe stay out of trouble. I mean, what I'm saying is drawn from experiences I have made in my own life, where I just had to face it that some people, they're withholding information to make themselves feel powerful, or like they know something others don't. And I really hate this. I share certain things that other people would never share. I do so in a way that makes you really angry. Nobody who doesn't want to know what I have to say here could get to this place. And the truth is, because my content is so spread out and in a way so annoying, that only someone who'd really want to know what I have to say here would be able to listen to this. And what I mean with this is that because already the introduction of the video, oh shit, and because I make it kind of hard to follow, what? So, see, now I lost track. So you have to really pay attention. And this is what this can teach you. So you don't spend your life and the only thing you do is solve Rubik's Cubes, because then you're gonna get this one and then this gets boring and then you take another one. No. The way I did it was I learned to solve it, and then I got bored and I kept doing other things. I focused on my art. I focused on my skills in writing. At the time, I still went to the Boulder Hall, which I believe I have stopped now because it started to become really dishonest. I only went there to get people to like me so that they would buy my books. And I simply said, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. So there's no point in teaching you what to do when. Because if you wanted to solve the Rubik's Cube, then you would do it. Right? So I don't have to teach you this because I just told you where you find the information. I bought a Rubik's Cube that I liked, and now I'm solving it. I don't have to be super quick at it. I like to take my time with this, because when I'm doing this, it's like prayer beads. Right? It's the same principle. It teaches you to hold your focus on the meditation. And sometimes while I sit here and I solve this, I see myself in the center. And that's all the pieces that are aligned around you. And you're moving around these pieces, and that's the same basic principle that happens with crochet. And at the moment, I really have no real interest to do crochet, which in a way is a shame. But I'm also, I'm waiting till I really feel like doing it. Okay. So I just hate giving people more than they need, because just do it yourself. If you want to do it, don't bother me with your stupid questions. If you want it, do it. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, fuck it. You see, sometimes you just screw it up, and in the moment where you screwed it up, you know it. And then there's no one to blame but yourself. Damn! Now you want to get it back. It's like, damn, why did I screw up the Rubik's Cube again? Because you're an idiot. Your parents were idiots. And now you have to live with it. Okay, is there a way to get this? This is actually something that I started to do. Okay, if I do this now, no, it's not gonna work. Wait a second. It's possible that it may work just by improvising, but I don't think so. Because now at one point you just changed too many things. It just cannot be reverted. Okay, because now I've got also a problem. Right now I have this here, but now these are scrambled up again. So what I actually could start doing is I could just make it up as I go, to just try to get the pieces into place. Now the problem is then that if I don't have the variables, okay, then this would need to be here. Oh, damn it. So if I do this, and I do this, no, and I do this, then I do this, no. You see, now I'm trying to get this here without having an algorithm with it for it, just to have this side white. The problem is if this side is white now, then all of this doesn't fit anymore, and so my whole method is just screwed up. So now in order to get this there, I'd have to do this, and then this, and then this. But now this is screwed up again. And now how do I get these two pieces here again so that I can bring these down here? Well, you see, it's starting to get a bit tough now. Now I would probably do this, so these are out of the way. Now let's just see. I think it's interesting, because now also, yeah, this is interesting. It certainly is a bit interesting. No. No, it doesn't work. I don't think it's gonna work. So you need rules. You need something. I don't know. I've just been listening to Kimbra and she sings, I need the rules but not the regulations. But that makes no sense. Because isn't rules and regulations the same thing? I don't want to say sometimes people are really stupid, but they are. Right? I mean, you say you want the rules but not the regulations, but aren't rules regulations? That's a valid question. Aha. Okay, now at least I can say, okay, now I have this. how do I get this there? Well, I'll just have to do this. And now it's like, oh wow, it's all white again. And now I can try to fill these again. Well, that's gonna be really hard. I think damn it! I just found a new way of solving the Rubik's Cube, which is to just do it and then to get better at it and to get rid of these already learned algorithms and to just see how it, But the really hard thing is to now keep this side from scrambling up again while you're working on these sides. I don't know. I don't think I can do it in any other way. Okay, I can try now because now it's already, it doesn't work because I need a T here. This has to be red. But this is here now. Which means that this, I can do this now. I can go back to just solving this one. So I'll just have to do this, but now this is also wrong. Because if I have this here, green on green, and then it's orange on orange, and then it's red on blue, this should be blue on blue, and this should be red on red. So there's no way for me now to get this together. So what I would have to do is do this. Now I have to reverse it, right? Sometimes you have to retrace your steps. Jesus, this is so smart. Sometimes I say things that are so incredibly smart, because that's what I've been already doing. So sometimes I marvel at my own mind. What I cannot say is if other people have the same abilities or if I'm exceptionally smart. Well, if everyone would have the same abilities, then why would I solve other people's problems? Right? Some people, they don't even want. They found their solutions and their solutions work for them. Okay, now I'm back here and now I've got the T, you see? Now I've got the T. So this is just a fixed set. These are just the rules. It's like universal law. If you go around hurting others, law of attraction, you deal out pain, pain will come your way. And now I want this here because this is blue, and this is orange, This is the pattern, that's the T you're looking for. And you want to fill these bottom ones. This all has to be blue then, this all has to be orange, this all has to be green. So what this also means is you need a strong foundation, my friend. And then you build on the foundation. This is basically a tree. This is the foundation and then you build up. You've got the foundation and this piece. Now you have to add things. And then you've got a double foundation. And then you keep building on that. And then you finish the top. So you can smoke cannabis to get incredibly high, right? You can, do all kinds of things, but unless you have a good foundation, you'll be really wobbly. Because if you build a tower, then it has to have a strong foundation. So you can try to get higher and higher and meditate yourself into whatever, nirvana, but you're just gonna die. What you want is you want to keep being around and enjoy life. Or, what's enjoy life? You just want to live it. So you need a strong foundation, which is why drugs are a really bad way. And so is sugar. So I stopped eating sugar. I started to work on this. I do occasionally drink beer, but I have reduced certain things and just worked for it. Instead of using a machine to write your books, you just write them yourselves. And then it's going to take 10 years, but then you've earned it because you first have to work with the idea and then feed it. So you have to be patient. Okay, now this has to go here because this is orange and this is orange and this is blue, right? So this tile needs to move here so that it's the blue and the orange, which you find in this. And for that you have a specific method. So if you want to get high on your own supply, then look at Wim Hof. He teaches you something about breath. I use breath already in my daily work because I'm already so high. How high do I want to get? At some point, you don't need to do a lot of things anymore to be or stay high. Ah, shit. Sometimes you just need to... Okay, wait a second. Now I'm completely out of it. You see, now I forgot what I just did. I just did it, but now I forgot. Holy smokes. So sometimes this is why I like solving the Rubik's Cube. You forget the algorithm. And so what this also teaches you, this is basically your way out of thinking you'll ever get Alzheimer's or dementia or whatever. Because if you start forgetting, you either want to forget, right? It's just like feigning ignorance. Nobody has Alzheimer's. It's just, you know, you keep eating that sugar and you keep on relying on too many things. Yeah, you will just get stupid. Okay, now actually... Yeah. So this is the algorithm that brings stuff from there to there, and then you have the other algorithm that brings stuff from there to there. Okay, so now I'll do it the other way around, which is then... Because that's what you want. You want that your life becomes kind of like... that you have methods that really work really well for you. But you shouldn't always pick the coffee. You know when to drink the coffee, and you better drink it with cardamom and then make it really worthwhile. And then you limit yourself to a maximum of 1 coffee per day. And then you also should have days where you simply do not drink coffee. So I just memorize these algorithms and then I just do it. And so if you want your body to know how to move properly, then you have to help it to remember. And that's why I do, you know, I walked a lot and I move a lot and I have no chairs here, right? So I do a lot of stuff to keep my mobility up. Most people, they just sit around. They move from one sitting position to the next. I stand a lot. You see, now the 2 are done. And now you have to work on this one. No, on the top one. And the last one you finish this. Now you work on the roof, if you will. So you look for these patterns, right? And if it's this, then you have to do this. And that's the same algorithm, you just keep repeating that. But better look at the instruction manual. And then just memorize, aha. And that's it. And now you have this left. And now you have an algorithm that you do until all sides look like this. 2 colors and 1 in the middle. You see now, this is not. You have it here. And then you pick whatever. I am not always sure what to pick. I usually pick the ones that look a bit like this. I think I just explained something to you. But from there, you're on your own. You have to experience this yourself. Your mind has to understand how this works. I already figured it out for myself. You know, like taking pictures. I like this. It keeps me going, but it also annoys me because it's more work. And work is effort. So sometimes it works, you don't think about it, it just works, and then suddenly you forget, right? Sometimes from one moment to the next, you just forget something, and then you have to work hard again to remember it. The first time, you know, I managed to solve the Rubik's Cube, and then I solved it a couple of times, and I stopped doing it. And then maybe 3 months later, I picked it up again, I completely forgot how to do it, and then I just did it from memory. And that was really hard, but then it worked and I got better at it. And the same thing happened with juggling. You know, I first learned how to juggle, but I only managed this stuff with the 2. And then I probably didn't do it for a whole year. And I never juggled in between. But then suddenly I had 3 balls and I just juggled, it just came back. And, you know, I never had it, but then suddenly I had it. So sometimes I do things in between and then I go back and suddenly I'm better. So I'm not gonna say that I'm never gonna go climbing again, but I think I'm done with this. I really feel like it's not my place to be there because people started to really disgust me. At the same time, I feel like, you see, now that's what I'm talking about. That's where you want it to be. Here, okay, this is good, because that saves you 1 step. It's not good, it doesn't matter. Now you've got this comes to the back, and then you just do this, zack, 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 zack. Sometimes you have to do this multiple times, because what you do with this algorithm is, you can just do it like this. Why it works, whatever, you know, you move these pieces, this algorithm moves these pieces. So for me, this is a method that works. You see now it's red, orange, and blue. Yeah. And now it's done again. You know, you can screw this up with the same algorithm and it will always come back now. See, now this is the fixed one. And now you just keep doing it. So that's what the Rubik's Cube does, right? It trains your mind. But you train your mind because you want to solve problems in your life. And I think that's a very good thing to do. It's an ability some people should need. But always remember, you know how to do it now. But never loom it over other people. Like, don't go around and just sit everywhere and do the Rubik's Cube, because people are gonna hate you for this. They want to take it away from you. People are incredibly jealous. So this is the teaching from the Quran. You do not go around and rub it into other people's faces what you've learned. I mean, that's what I'm doing in the internet, but I'm also showing how you can do it for yourself. So I just realized that from sharing these things and showing that you can do things, there's a lot of pressure. But I also realized that if you work with seduction, you realize, you know, I'm doing this also for nature. So I don't think the industry can charm me into doing anything but what I'm doing, because this is what I like. But wherever my path leads is still a mystery. And so I'm simply also working hard to make sure that my choices have a strong foundation, that I choose consciously also how to portray myself on the internet. I even choose consciously who to spend time with, who to walk around with. Because for me, it's important that people get the right idea about who I am here for, which is nature. And so people are really weird these days, but I also have to be true to myself. I simply am different than other people. So I stay away from people who smoke or are like drug dealers, right? That's just, so I also had to see that they are drug dealers and what effect it would have on me to spend time with them. So I had to stop doing this and just get back to myself, because they wanted to use me, which they have been doing already for millennia. Use people that are on the verge of awakening, like the Dalai Lama is being used for politics, right? He's taken as a child and then he's honed. You could say nobody honed me. I was honed for power. I somehow found a way out, but that also is due to my family constellation. And these things are rarely coincidences. You learn what you can, and then you give what you have, but you make sure you stay alive. And then you work with your own lies. Just try to be as true as you can. I cannot help it if I look like this with the green hat. I also feel ridiculous sometimes. But yeah, I'm just paying attention, drawing attention, and that's all for this one. Cheers.